Are you waiting for me? Why don't sometimes you start? Why don't you sometimes start?
This is the only thing that we ever say on our channel. Like,
This is
we
the
might
only-
as well be fucking a sister.
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Milena.
Hello, I'm Lola.
And we're watching Better Call Saul. Such a good show. Such a fucking good show. Honestly, I'm enjoying every second of it. Like, every single second of it.
Rude. This is episode 5. This is like halfway through the season after we watch this episode. It's just so good. It's just so good.
Yeah, it just got good in my
I
opinion.
didn't expect it to get this good.
Really?
Well, no,
I don't know
like,
how you would not
I
expect.
like
You watched Breaking Bad.
True.
You literally
No,
said
I didn't
Breaking
expect
Bad is
it.
your favorite show.
Yeah,
So,
I think
like-
it might be. I
so,
think it might be
like-
number 1, which is so strange to say. I didn't have for the longest time something to put at number 1. I said Battlestar Galactica, but the Breaking Bad might have dethroned it. And Better Call Saul is too good. Honestly, it's too good. Everyone says every season is better than the previous one, and I expected to feel this way about Better Call Saul in like season 5.
Oh,
But
you didn't?
like,
Honestly, I
but
expected
like,
it
this is so
immediately
good.
because I honestly, maybe just because we watched Breaking Bad right before this one, so I immediately, when I started season 1, I felt like kind of emotionally already connected to the show
True.
and to these
True.
characters. I already loved it much more in season 1 than I feel like
Oh, when
regular
you show,
shows
yeah, I guess,
that
yeah.
are just starting. So I'm not expected that I feel this way about the show this early on. I mean,
Well, see, it
this
makes
early
sense.
on,
I
it's-
personally didn't think about it. I didn't think about it. This is actually like a continuation.
Yeah,
I mean, actually a
I-
prequel of the
yeah,
show that we
I-
already know, so it already has a better
Yeah,
standing than other
yeah,
shows that we
yeah,
start.
yeah.
But still,
I honestly do believe this show is gonna be also one of my favorite shows. Like,
Oh, it's easily gonna be top 10. Might go to top 5.
honestly, I'm talking here like I know my top 10. I have no idea.
Look,
what my favorite
I
shows
approximately know it. Like, I like somewhat could say like what shows would go on top 10. There might be more shows in top 10
Yeah,
than actually 10.
there-
Like, if you're curious, we did like a whole tier list. So whatever I put in God's tier
are. That's
is like one of my
one
favorite
of my
shows.
favorite shows. I agree.
And this one
It's gonna-
it's gonna go into
I
God tier.
feel like
It's so
it's
good.
definitely gonna
And
be
I
one of my
love
favorite shows.
I think it's very hard when you have like a show that's so popular like Breaking Bad to then make a show that's like a prequel or a sequel or whatever and have it be able to stand on its own 2 legs and be comparable to it.
But
it's
the
so
thing
good.
is, why I think this show is gonna be like, I mean, I'm not gonna say as good as Breaking Bad, like to each their own, but
Yeah.
like why I think it's gonna be on the same quality level is because they didn't try to make it the same. Like, these shows are really like the storytelling, everything is completely different in my opinion. Like, the only part that I connect kind of with Breaking Bad is the Mike part, because we know now Gus, and there is that drug business storyline where that was all that is Breaking Bad. Like, of course, the family life, this and that, but like
Yeah.
that was the main thing there, and
Yeah.
here it's not. Here it's not even like the third
Yeah.
main thing. Like, this is mostly about Jimmy's relationship with Chuck, Jimmy's relationship with Law,
Yeah.
Kim, and all of that. Like, these 2 shows are not the same, you know. And I think that's why
it's different storylines.
yeah.
But like quality wise in the writing, it's like it's on par.
Yeah,
It's
I
completely
agree,
on
I
par.
agree.
So like I completely understand why people, let's say, prefer Better Call Saul or
Yeah,
Breaking
yeah,
Bad,
yeah,
because
me
they're
too.
both incredibly good quality shows that just tell different stories. Like Breaking Bad
So,
was the demise
yeah,
of a person,
so it
and
just
it was
depends what you
brilliantly
like.
written.
Yeah.
It just depends on what you like, and I'm not gonna choose. I love it. I just simply love it. I think it's so good. Like, I cannot wait for them to make more shows. Whatever they make otherwise, I feel like they should just continue. Like,
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
have to continue in this universe, but I just think they have a really good... I like the way their mind works.
Yeah, somebody, you said in one episode, I have no idea which one, is like, oh my god, how Nacho got into this drug business. Somebody said, like, let's make a prequel.
Oh my god, let's do it. Let's do it. I think I love Nacho. I really like the way their brain works. I like, at least for me, like, this is
Yeah.
what I love. This is the type of shows I love.
And now I think we've been talking for 8 minutes about nothing. So now let's talk about Kim.
Kim Wexler. Is she my favorite? She is my favorite.
Is she the smartest girl there?
She is.
She's smartest person. I'm sorry, not just a girl. Smartest person in this show. I
Yes.
feel like she is, honestly.
Yes. Is she the best person?
Yes. I mean,
Who cares if she's not?
Is she the prettiest Funniest person, yes.
Love
I'm
her.
very excited to see what's gonna happen with her in this episode.
Look, last
Only her.
episode. Oh my god, it's so good.
So
It was so good.
good, so
So
good.
when Kim said bingo,
Bingo.
and they were like walking out. Oh my god, I was
love
more
that,
proud.
I love that Kim tricked Chuck. Oh my fucking god.
Because like Chuck is so confident in himself, and like again, Chuck is on a high horse. He's just that type of a person, and I just love that Kim is a few steps ahead.
Great episode.
Yeah, let's just do it. We all know what happened. I don't have to like recap it for everyone. Everyone knows.
I think everybody just skips our intro.
As they should. Is this
Jimmy? This is too blue to be in present time.
What do you think? On? Off?
Well, considering she left
he got
you,
divorced. Off.
Yeah, right. Yeah, off it is.
yeah, this is only his ex-wife.
Oh well.
Rebecca. Oh my god, the afternoon I've had. 2 hours ago I take the sea bass out. No sooner is it prepped and resting than boom, power goes down.
Oh, he's
I get on
pretending
the
that
phone
he
to the
doesn't
city.
have this illness.
To make a long story
maybe...
short, those...
I still can't get over Jimmy being a lawyer.
Neither can I.
It started.
Yeah.
He's got his own shingle out and everything.
I mean, a real responsible citizen. I mean, who would have thought?
But she's happy for Jimmy.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't she be?
Yeah.
I miss having one place to hang my hat.
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
I'm sorry. I hate that thing. I feel like I'm on a leash.
How did they not take this into consideration? Of course she has a phone.
Oh, it's my conductor. I have to take this. I'm sorry.
Don't come closer to him.
Hi, Andre.
No, back
No, just
away,
a
back
dinner.
away, back
What's
away.
up? Yeah, hold on one second. Yeah. Wherever you need. Okay.
Get up.
All right, shoot. Okay, hi.
All right.
Do you want me to rehearse a toast separately?
Oh my god, stop moving!
No, it's not just him, it's a conversation.
Rebecca!
Go!
Say something.
He's not gonna tell her.
It is incredibly bad manners to answer a cell phone in company.
Even Bruce
It's very
take
rude.
one and throw it out.
Look, if you won't tell her, then I will. No, you will not tell her. You will not tell her.
Jesus, what are you doing, man? There's barely any oxygen in that bag. You're suffocating her.
Do you want job here? I mean,
Just
getting a
because
job for
you're
him.
Swinging dicks doesn't mean you can't tell a boy fish from a girl fish. I'm guessing our friend didn't refer you to me to get ichthyological advice. I'm looking for someone with a light touch. I'm not talking some teenager taking a 5-figure discount.
Oh, to steal,
Stop and shop. I need highly skilled, high-end, discreet, real pro.
That's Mike.
You gotta fit him in a tight space?
Oh.
I don't think so.
What? Am I forgetting someone?
I got just the guy then.
Who? How? Who?
How?
He was stealing.
Huel!
Huel!
Oh, but I thought someone to break in, not to like...
He said stealing.
Great job, Miss Wexler. Very refreshing. Believe me.
Let's see, you're gonna be right, Kim.
Not as happy as we are.
Again, great job.
And he said,
Thank you.
Great job, Kim. Great job. That's Huel. I think Huel.
Huel, yeah.
Dinner's on me. I hope you realize this means a whole lot of work coming your way.
Oh, that's great. There is something you need to hear before we get any deeper in. It's about your former attorney.
Oh, yeah, well, she has to
Charles
say,
Young.
right?
What about him?
Charles has been making some very ugly allegations about his brother, Jimmy, with whom I happen to share an office space.
If there's one thing I cannot abide, it's a man who won't own up to his mistakes. Now, whatever mud McGill is slinging, he's not going to screw me out of the best outside counsel I've ever had.
I'm so glad to hear that. Works for me.
We'll talk
So
strategy.
happy.
I don't care. I don't
She
care about-
deserves
I don't care
them.
about
She fucking
anything.
deserves them.
I just care about Kim.
I agree.
This Miguel thing, you're sure it's not going to be a problem?
Why would it be a problem for them?
I don't think so.
I am.
I don't
But
think
see, when you say it like that, it seems like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
foreshadowing it's gonna be a problem. But
Okay, good.
I don't like this now.
Then I'll see you tonight.
When the show gives you those lines, that it means it's gonna be actually bad. But like how?
Okay, this is
Oh
it.
fuck, we're going.
You can run without lights.
so. Oh my
lights.
god.
But do they think they're gonna carry the tape on trial? So that's when Huel is gonna take it.
I'll muddle through, because this is a lot to ask.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
If
Maybe.
you're not up to it, just throwing this out there. Maybe you don't need to testify at all.
No,
Are you
I'm-
kidding me?
I'm-
He lives here.
I
He's
need
living.
to explain the context of that tape, otherwise the defense
Of
will
course.
He needs to be the one to take
take
him
him
down.
down.
We have Jimmy's statement from the pre-prosecution diversion. There's my testimony
Howard.
and private eyes.
Are you blind?
Maybe there's no need to put you through the ringer like this.
I'm not going to risk Jimmy getting, what, a year's suspension? Maybe 2?
Suspension.
He deserves disbarment,
Oh.
not some slap on the wrist. Now, Howard, there's only one way forward.
Year
Let
of
justice be
suspension,
done,
maybe
though
2.
the heavens fall.
But couldn't disbarment also be like for a year? Let's say if they could get it back. I don't know actually. Like, but from what I read, you can get your degree
Yeah,
back
but
from
like
disbarment.
you heard what he said now. I,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want
yeah.
to risk him getting suspension for a
Good morning.
year or 2.
I'm
I
Robert
want
Alley
to
from the
get him
State Bar.
disbarred.
In the matter of James
Oh.
M. McGill, the State Bar intends to prove the following
Thank God they have two
violations
now.
of the Ethical Code. 16
Look at them.
102.
They're cutie pies.
Engaging in conduct the lawyer knows is criminal.
But there is another side to this story. One not about calculation or ill intent, but about 2 brothers whose relationship, after years of strain, finally broke.
Mr. Wexler?
Oh, come on, Kim. Come on, Kim.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Come on, Kim. Let's do it. Let's
Oh,
go.
is that like a small smile on Howard's face? Are you kind of proud of Kim?
His brother asked to hire him in the mailroom at our firm.
And you did.
Yes.
What was your opinion of him then?
I thought he had a lot of get up and go.
How'd you feel when you found out he'd become a lawyer?
Surprised. He put himself through law school and taken the bar exam without telling any of the partners.
Did you consider taking him on as an associate?
We did.
Ooh, go Kim, go.
Briefly.
Sounds like you didn't hire him. Why not? With that kind of grit?
The partners decided it would be best to avoid the appearance of nepotism. We felt hiring Jimmy might damage morale.
Isn't it still nepotism? He got
Nepotism.
hired into the.
Your firm is Hamlin, and McGill, right? Who's the other Hamlin?
My father.
That's not that.
Which partner was the most
I
concerned
mean, it is.
with nepotism?
Charles McGill.
So Jimmy's own brother blocked him.
Objection.
Jimmy was struggling to build his solo law practice, and yet every single day, without fail, he brought his brother food, supplies, even his favorite newspapers. Isn't that right?
He did.
What are you still doing here? Flight's delayed. Delayed. 40 minutes last I checked. Shit.
Okay, keep me posted.
Do you need her to go somewhere?
The State Bar is ready to proceed. Begging your pardon, the defense requests a moment to review, if we could.
Dude.
What are we doing? Stalling.
She's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yes, my brother has many admirable qualities. In some ways, I can say I admire him.
Too cold.
You right there, Howard?
Heal,
Howard.
heal,
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 heal.
heal.
Oh, we're gonna see now.
No, but don't they already have the tape? I don't get it.
The law is too important.
It's not
But
about law.
is
It's not
this
about law.
is this now or is this in the meantime?
Otherwise. Yes. It's the truth.
Oh.
You'd go to such lengths to humiliate me.
I did it for Kim.
Kim deserves Mesa Verde, not you, not HHM. She earned it and she needs it.
Oh, is this kind of romantic?
I honestly didn't think it would hurt you so bad. I thought you'd...
Your phone, sir?
I left it in the car.
What if he didn't?
He didn't leave it in the car. It's just
It's not
exactly
gonna
at the first
mind.
scene.
It's not gonna. Chuck's not gonna mind. That's what we talked about in the last episode.
Yeah, I get it.
But we never
But
understand what's...
yes, but that's what we think. Does Jimmy also think that? Like, does Jimmy realize that how Chuck's condition
Yeah,
works?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
But what is that proving
I mean,
at the end? It is a mental condition.
Remember the doctor. Doctor did that.
Yeah, but like, what does
Jimmy
this
knows
prove?
that.
Well, how does this
I
get
don't know,
Jimmy
I don't know.
on this board? Like,
I don't know. We still didn't see the guy who he hired.
yeah, I don't know what. Oh, here he is.
Hi, cute.
Oh, did he put a phone on
What
him?
Did he put a phone on him? What did he do? Hi, Hugh. Hi, Hugh. So cute.
Please raise your right hand.
Oh,
Do you swear or affirm
but
to tell the
this is
truth,
gonna
the
be a
whole
bit
truth, and
dark.
nothing but the truth?
I do.
Oh fuck.
I'm terrified. This episode is so fucking amazing, honestly.
Charles L. McGill? My brother, whatever else can be said of him, can be quite clever. Did an excellent job of covering his tracks.
Objection. The witness has admitted there's no corroborating evidence this supposed crime even occurred.
But what you heard was theater, a performance, play acting. I exaggerated the symptoms of my disease to extract the truth.
Can we talk about your disease for a moment? I'd like everybody here to be on the same page about it.
Of course. It is sometimes referred to as EHS, electromagnetic hypersensitivity. It affects me physically. It causes me great pain. However, I'm perfectly lucid.
Thank you. Mr. McGill.
Causes me great pain and he has phone.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna prove that it is a
Do you hate
mental
your brother?
condition.
Yeah.
But oh my god, that's. Oof.
Absolutely not. I love my brother. There's nothing malicious in Jimmy. He has a way of doing the worst things for reasons that sound almost noble. But what I know for sure is that the law is too important to be toyed with. It's mankind's greatest achievement. The rule of law, the idea that no matter who you are, your actions have consequences.
That's the whole point of the show.
Interesting.
It breaks my heart. That's why I did what I did. Not to hurt him, but to protect something that I hold sacred.
Thank you, Mr. McGill.
I'm sorry, my co-counsel and I need a moment to come
How is like Chuck gonna deal with this?
Please be brief, Counselor.
Yes, of course.
Because like he is telling himself that it's a physical condition, not a mental one.
I didn't hear what you said.
How's Chuck gonna deal with this? Like now.
He's
Mr.
hurting me.
Chairman, I'm sorry. Might I have a moment to get a breath?
So in front of her.
Mr. McGill.
Chuck, I wish you told me. I can't believe what you've been going through. How long has it been?
Well, you're here to help. Because all this is so stressful for me. Is that what Jimmy told you?
He's worried about you, Chuck. In spite of everything that's happened between the two of you, he cares.
What exactly did he say?
He sent me pictures of the house. Chuck, my God. Why didn't you tell me? But right now, I think I should go.
No, please. I want you to stay.
Really? You don't seem happy to see me.
I am. Just surprised, that's all. Please, stay.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. You've been sold a bill of goods, Rebecca. I want you to see what's what.
You know, she's gonna hate you when this is over.
Yep.
Interesting.
All right. Mr. McGill, I'll remind
can't
you we're
watch
still
this.
under oath. I understand.
At this time, I'd like to turn cross-examination over to my co-counsel, James McGill.
Oh, it's gonna be him. Oh my god. Oof.
There's been a lot of fuss about it.
I have a smile on my
face. About this taping.
Why?
Because I'm terrified.
To destroy it.
How did you know it would work?
What do you mean?
How did you know your provocation would work? Why'd you think a bunch of shiny plastic would make me say anything? Isn't it because you knew that it was precisely the thing that would worry me so much that I'd say anything to talk you down?
As I've said, I was playing up my condition. Usually it's a perfectly normal house.
You think your house is normal? Can I call your attention to Exhibit 9? It's exposed wires. There's a camp stove. There's a lantern on top of newspapers. You call this normal?
I call them adaptations. A prophylactic measure for a physical medical condition.
Did the doctor who granted me guardianship for you think this was a physical condition? Objection. In order to understand what I was thinking, you need to see Chuck through my eyes. You need to know if I believe that tape was evidence. And I say it was evidence of only one thing. My brother hates me. Now, he claims that he lied to me to get me to tell the truth. And I'm telling you, I lied to my brother to make him feel better. Which of us you believe depends on how we all understand the mind of Charles McGill. Chuck, I'd like to go back a little further. Talk about when these symptoms first started. It was shortly after you were divorced. Is that right?
Yes.
You think the stress
Does
of the
Jimmy know that
divorce
it's
brought
him?
on the illness?
I doubt it.
Does Jimmy know that it was him? Is he gonna figure it out now?
In fact, your ex-wife is present with us today. Is she not?
I'll tell you why my brother brought my ex-wife to this hearing. 4,000 miles she came. Moved by concern for me. What Jimmy's driving at is the last time I saw her, I covered up my illness. I've been suffering from it for some time, but I went to great lengths to conceal that fact from her.
Earlier you talked about other diseases, physical conditions you said. Okay, if you'd had, I don't know, lung cancer, would you have told Rebecca then? I want to get down to brass tacks. I want to be very, very specific here. This illness, what does it feel like? You mentioned it's painful.
It is. There's a tightness in my chest, difficulty breathing, and pain. Burning pain. Pain spreads everywhere.
Does it hurt right now?
There's always some discomfort, yes. Electricity is everywhere in the modern world. The indulgence of the panel for their accommodation here today. I can handle this fine.
Right, so with the lights out, you don't feel them.
If the current's not flowing, no.
Oh, sorry about the exit signs. I guess they couldn't kill those for you.
The farther away it is, the stronger the source
Yeah,
needs to
when I
be
say
to have an
heal up.
effect.
Got it. So if I had a small battery, say, from a watch or something, and I got it close to you, close to your skin, you'd know.
I would feel it, yes.
Can you feel more current coming from any particular direction right now? Can you tell us where the nearest source is right now?
Jimmy, do you have something in your pocket?
Oh, what you do?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact. My cell phone. From this distance, you should feel it, and you don't, do you?
Mr. McGill, you were warned to leave your electronics outside. Just as I thought. There's no battery in here. You removed the battery. That's a sorry little trick, isn't it?
Yeah, you got me, Chuck. Dead to rights. I removed the battery.
Don't you know by now this is real? I feel this. It's a physical response to stimuli. It's not a quirk. What do I have to do to prove it to you?
I don't know, Chuck. Could you reach into your breast pocket and tell me what's there?
What now?
Can you tell the court what that was?
A battery.
Mr. Chairman,
please.
You recognize that man in back? His name is Huel Babineau. He's on our witness list. You bumped into him in the stairway. He'll testify he planted this fully charged battery on you over an hour and a half ago. And you felt nothing.
No, it's a trick. It has
Enough is enough. I submit that Mr. McGill's mental illness is a non-issue. If he were schizophrenic, it wouldn't take away from the fact that the
I am
defendant...
not crazy! I am not crazy. I know he swapped those numbers. I knew it was 1216. One after Magna Carta, as if I could ever make such a mistake. Never. Never. I just couldn't prove it. He covered his tracks. He got that idiot at the coffee shop to lie for it. This chicanery, he's done worse. That's billboard. Are you telling me that a man just happens to fall like that? No, he orchestrated it. Jimmy. He defecated through a sunroof. And I saved him. And I shouldn't have. I took him into my own firm. What was I thinking? He'll never change. He'll never change. Ever since he was 9. Always the same. Couldn't keep his hands out of the cash drawer. But not our Jimmy. Couldn't be precious Jimmy. Stealing them blind. And he gets to be a lawyer? What a sick joke. I should have stopped him when I had the chance. And you have to stop him. You... I apologize. Do you have anything else?
No. Nothing further.
I don't think we said 2 sentences throughout the second half of the episode, really.
Look, I don't know if this was just me. I don't know how highly rated this episode is.
I'm interested to see, honestly.
This is my favorite episode of the show.
Honestly, mine too.
I'm shocked. I didn't even feel the tears.
It's 5-0 on.
It deserves to be 5-0.
5-0 on TV Time.
Look, I don't know what I expected going into this episode. I didn't expect this. This was like season finale type of shit. Like this was
an amazing. Yeah, honestly, this is my favorite episode. That was my favorite scene. What the fuck was that scene?
That was the best scene.
Actually, it's not a scene. Like it's 20 minutes when you know coming.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah,
like the whole thing was the trial basically, and it was
because you know it's coming. You know what he did. And you're just waiting to happen to
oh God!
see it
and we
happening.
Have a fly in the room, and it kept flying. And I was crying.
And instead, it was on my head at some point. Do you think Jimmy is horrible here for doing stuff like this?
I think the situation is horrible.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's really bad.
Honestly,
I think it's low.
I don't know because now I'm not sure if I'm like Jimmy much more than I like Chuck for me to objectively say stuff because the situation was the way it is that I can understand what he felt, that he decided to show that for 2.5 seasons he's been trying to keep Chuck okay and for him not to feel like that is mental illness the entire time. He wanted to help his brother. He wanted to put him in the hospital. He wanted to do all those stuff. But he didn't do it because he thought, in my mind, he didn't do it because he thought Chuck is not gonna survive that. Chuck's gonna feel very bad about
Chuck
that.
couldn't handle.
Yeah, Chuck couldn't
knowing
handle
that it's a mental thing and not
exactly.
not a physical
honestly,
condition.
Yeah, for this entire time I knew that Jimmy that it's a mental thing.
No, Jimmy knows that it's a mental thing. I just always wonder, does he know that it's a mental thing that started because of Jimmy? Does he know that part, do you think?
I even think he knows. I think he knows. I think he knows everything, honestly. The plot with Rebecca, I just thought he was saying to Chuck, if it was a physical illness, you would tell that to Rebecca, but because it's a mental illness,
that's what he was saying.
Because you say, oh my god,
of
my
course,
leg
I mean,
hurts, but you don't say, oh my god, I had dark thoughts.
That's the thing with the world. That's what they always say about like mental illness. You would go to a doctor if you have something that's broken or something that's hurting, and then people then don't go and see a professional when something is hurting mentally, when they don't feel mentally well, because there's still such a stigma over that. That's what Jim was coming at there. He's like, you didn't tell her about, you would have told her if it was like a physical condition actually. When I saw Rebecca,
that was shocking.
Like we thought that like they were somehow gonna play up the mental illness. Like we thought that they were gonna show that it's a mental illness, and I always thought that was like dark. Like I think it's very low when you use that against the person, and I thought that was gonna be very dark.
I agree, but like again, at that point, that person is trying to take.
Look, I get the circumstances that we're in. But it's a very complicated relationship because they're fighting something that Jimmy actually did, and Jimmy is lying that he didn't do it. Well, no one is doing this for the reasons that they say they're doing this. Chuck is not doing this because Jimmy actually broke into his house and did that and stole evidence and fabricated
Chuck at the end said why he was doing it.
Exactly.
Like the last thing he said why he was
exactly doing it. And Jimmy to now save himself from the thing that he is doing is attacking the mental illness that Chuck has, which is low. But again, it's low from Chuck to take Jimmy down because of his own resentment towards Jimmy. Like this whole situation, both of them are in the wrong. It is so hard to watch, like that whole scene.
Especially because like you've been waiting for that to happen since episode.
It has been building up. It was
2, 3. I don't know when we found out. Maybe even 1. When we found out about Chuck's condition, I can't remember. You've been waiting for exactly this type of a scene to happen since then.
Yeah.
And it's like even bigger than you expected, you know? Because it is in the courtroom in front of everybody. It's not like he is in the hospital bed and Jimmy is telling him this is a mental illness.
But like that's what makes it, like Jimmy knew this was going to make it worse. I mean, that's why he called Rebecca, which is so vile when you think about it. You can see in Jimmy's face that he feels hurt for doing this, but he's still doing it. So like at the end of the day, him feeling hurt and still doing the wrong thing, and Chuck not feeling hurt that he's doing the wrong thing and thinking that he's in the right, it shouldn't really make much of a difference because both of you are doing horrible things to each other. It doesn't matter that Jimmy is the one that's like more emotional about it. What good does that do to anyone? But I just think, oh my god. Well, that's what I'm thinking.
It does good to me.
It is for the audience, but like...
But I don't know if I'm right here, but like I do see Chuck being in more wrong here. That's what I want to say. I do see him being in a more wrong here. I don't mean in this situation like...
I understand what you want to say because for Chuck, because it is that resentment for Jimmy that Jimmy has no control over.
Exactly. If Jimmy had control over that resentment, if Jimmy did something for Chuck to, like, purposely for Chuck to feel that way, or if he just didn't want to stop it, you know?
I understand, but like again,
Jimmy for 10 years tried to make it up to Chuck, tried to do good. I mean, he didn't. He never stopped what he was doing, but he really tried to make his brother proud, and like nothing's changed.
Yeah. Look, I completely agree with that, but again, two wrongs don't make a right. It's like an old saying. It's very corny, but like it is true. Just because Chuck is in the wrong here still doesn't give Jimmy the right to do this either. But like I understand why we're doing this. Like in a perfect world, you would like rise above it, let's say, and you would do that and whatever, but like it's not.
How do you mean?
It is a very realistic.
How do you mean you would rise above it? You would lose your law degree, everything you worked for.
No. I'm not saying about this specific situation. I'm just saying if you have one brother who's resentful towards another brother.
The other brother. Okay, I agree.
I'm just saying like in that point. Like right now, no, I'm not going to semantics of this case, but I'm just like saying in a perfect world,
I agree.
You would have to rise above it because like
you wouldn't steal the documents. Let's say when your brother is lying down because you want to steal the client.
Yeah,
you wouldn't do stuff like that.
Yes, and also like you wouldn't. Again, in a perfect world, you wouldn't become what you are now just because your brother is not gonna be proud of you and doesn't support you. Like it's no excuse for Jimmy to become who he is just because like, oh, my brother doesn't trust me, and so now I'm gonna rebel against that and become who I am. It doesn't give you the excuse to do that.
But he never did that. He never become who he is because his brother doesn't have faith in you.
No, but it was always a factor. Like, it was always a factor. I mean, there are always multiple things. Like, I can't say who Jimmy would have been if things panned out a different way. Like, I can't do that because I don't know, simply. But like, I'm sure it has a lot of impact on how people treat how people treat you. But Jimmy is his own person. He has to make his own decisions. And if there's outside factor going into it, it's still your decision that you made, and you have to deal with the consequences of your decision. And Jimmy is who he is, and whether Chuck has influence on that or no doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, Jimmy makes his decisions. Where am I even going with this?
Yeah, honestly, I agree with everything you were saying.
I just think my point here was that this is like, I think this is a very horrible thing that Jimmy has done. It's not a thing that I didn't expect Jimmy to do. I just like, when it kept coming, like I knew, okay, we're going to play on the mental illness part. Not the best thing. And then I saw his ex-wife coming in. I'm like, oh fuck, now it's even worse, you know? Again, Chuck is not in the right here at all. Chuck is trying to take his brother down because of the resentment that he feels, and the show clearly shows it. Like, they were going in on him, like Chuck kept saying, do you really think that the guy was really hanging from this? Jimmy did this, and Jimmy did that, and Jimmy did this. How is he now a lawyer? He doesn't deserve to be a lawyer. Like, it's a whole... And then everyone in court realized that it's a personal issue.
Everybody at the end of the scene, everybody in court realized that this is not about think Jimmy now did. This is a personal issue that has been building up for years. Yeah,
and I just think what a good way to show it. Oh my god, what he did this episode. Like, I don't know, like, is this how did no one say, I cannot wait for you to get to 3-5? How did I never read a comment like that? Because
because they don't say that
honestly.
On the show.
Honestly, like for Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, especially
Breaking Bad,
they would mention episodes. But like, honestly, for Better Call Saul, people are very good at not saying anything to us.
Honestly,
people have not even like hinted anything towards us.
I have no idea what's happening. But I'm interested to see now, because do you think now Jimmy will not get anything?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Like, he might, he's not gonna get disbarment.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about suspension for a year, let's say.
For license? For his law? No, I don't think he's gonna get it.
Because now
I think the only thing that he gets is because he did break and enter, so he's gonna get like a year of probation, let's say. But like, this is not gonna affect his law degree, because now they're not gonna believe Chuck that he actually went and fabricated the evidence. Because it's a personal thing.
But it's still an evidence. He still did break the recording.
Well, that's why they changed it. That's why they changed it. They said he just broke property. So like, that doesn't... Yeah. I think it changes things. Yeah. And so I think now Jimmy's law degree is going to be safe.
Because in my opinion, still, I don't think Jimmy should get disbarment after this. Especially because the scene played out that way. And like, it was obviously shown why Chuck was doing all of this. But I definitely do believe that they should give Jimmy something. Especially because like, it's not like he did nothing, you know?
Yeah.
He did broke the law...
I think they are going to give him the part that is going to be about breaking, but that's not going to affect his law degree.
Because Chuck in the beginning, I don't know, because it's very interesting in my opinion, because in the beginning of the episode, Chuck did say, I don't want to risk him not getting a disbarment and just getting a year of suspension.
Yes, but I mean, that was foreshadowing of Jimmy not getting anything for his law. Like, he's not going to get... suspension, because like, why would he get a suspension? Because if they don't believe in the evidence that was presented to them, I mean, I don't know if you get suspension of your law degree if you do something like that's considered a felony, like breaking and entering. I don't know if you do suspension on that.
I mean, we don't know much about law. So
I don't know.
That's why we don't know.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. This episode is 9/7. Yes,
let's see.
It should be 9/9.
Yeah, it's the best episode of the season.
Of course, there's nothing to top it. Truly, I don't even think they should.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because when that scene played out, when Chuck said that, I was 100% sure in that moment Chuck's that Jimmy's only gonna get 1 year suspension, because like, it was set like that.
Well, look, we'll see. It might be a year suspension. Then we have like a time jump. Let's
say, that's what I mean. And Jimmy and Kim are together in that year, and that's it. Nothing's really gonna change it that year.
The way this whole scene played out with Chuck, like, just showing what we have all known, from the get-go, basically, that there is this resentment towards Jimmy. And the way that I've also paralleled, like the beginning scene, how well it worked, like the flashback, when his wife came and all that, and when he didn't tell her about the condition, how that all incorporated into this episode. This was a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, this was a fucking masterpiece.
I'm shocked.
When he said, if you had a lung cancer.
Oh my god.
Like,
when they bring like those small moments from Breaking Bad.
I'm sure they said it because of Breaking
Well,
Bad.
of course. I mean, I like that they like chose those like little moments.
Just right lung cancer.
Yeah, it's like
especially.
I really don't think we spoke a word.
No, I'm 100%
You know
sure.
it's bad when they quiet us down.
I'm 100% sure I was
just,
like this.
My head like started fucking pounding. No, I just like, I didn't even feel that I was crying, and it just like kept coming. And I couldn't even fucking stop the tears.
Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.